What's up everybody, David Rodriguez here, and in today's video I'm going to give you some exercises and some drills to help strengthen that shoulder for the Touch Down Raiz. Now, I'm not really going to be going over like actual tricking drills. It's going to mostly be workout related stuff, because again, if you're to perfect the technique of the Touch Down Raiz, it's just best to do the Touch Down Raiz itself. This is more for shoulder health and shoulder stability, because I know that a lot of trickers tend to suffer from shoulder problems and or elbow problems when it comes to performing this move. So let's get into it.
Alright guys, so the first exercise that I have for you for strengthening that shoulder girdle and that Touch Down Raiz is going to be these arm circles. Now, when you first start out, you're going to start in a neutral position, like so. You're going to go into scapular retraction, where you see I squeeze my shoulder blades back, like I'm really trying to pinch them behind me. From there, I'm going to shrug my shoulders up, having that retraction. Now I go into protraction, where I squeeze my shoulders forward, go back down, shrug those shoulders down, and now from there go back into retraction. See, so it kind of just makes one big circle, and so you don't have to do it as slow as I'm doing now, but until you get in, because it feels weird at first when you're doing it, so until you get a feel for the motions of going through retraction, protraction, retraction, protraction, all in that big circle, it's best to just try and go through it slowly. And as you can see here, you can even reverse it and go the other way, right? And I would encourage you to go both like forwards, if that makes sense, and backwards, just to really understand, to feel that squeeze in those shoulder blades and in those chest muscles. Alright guys, I wanted to give you a quick side view of this and just kind of describe what you should be feeling whenever you're doing this exercise. So one, you should only be moving from that shoulder girdle. When you go into protraction, right, you should feel a squeezing in your pecs. And when you squeeze up, you should feel it up in your traps. When you squeeze back, you should feel it in the middle of your spine and your rhomboids. When you pull down, again, still feel it in your rhomboids. And then when you squeeze back forward, again, right, you should feel that right back into your chest, okay? So you should feel that big circle and feeling that as you move around either forwards or backwards in this shoulder circle exercise. Now, something that we want to avoid, and I'm going to exaggerate it here in a little bit, is that I'm going to be moving real hard from my spine. So we don't want any spinal compensations when we're doing this, and we don't want to bend our arms. Okay, so now if this is too easy, you can put weights in front of your hands, either like small 5-pound weights, to challenge yourself just a little bit more for this exercise. So that's the side view of the shoulder circles, and we'll move on to the next exercise. Alright guys, so the second exercise that I got for y'all today is going to be controlled articular rotation from the shoulder. Now this is going to be the most similar to the Touch Down Raiz motion, so this might benefit y'all the most. Now, you're going to first, you can go forwards or backwards. I'm going to demonstrate going forwards first. So you're going to squeeze, lift that arm up to your ears. There's going to be a point where you can't go any farther. From there, you're going to try and rotate not from your wrist to the outside, but from your shoulder to the outside. And now, once you've done that, you'll bring it all the way down. And the wall is there for tactile feedback, so that way you're not actually trying to let that shoulder flop off to the side, right? You want to keep everything mostly in that same circle pattern, similar like you would for your Touch Down Raiz. You want the Touch Down Raiz to come in a nice circle up and over and close to your ear, and not really coming off to the side, off from your chest. Alright, so now for those who have a shoulder impingement, this may not be the best exercise. So get that cleared up first, and then go ahead and come to this exercise. It's a little bit easier to see what I'm talking about when we come to our front view, so I'm going to go to front view real quick. Now, like I said, the wall's there for some feedback, right? So if this is a little bit too tight, it's okay to give yourself a little bit more space, okay? So we want it to stay within between you and the wall, okay? We don't want this arm to come out and try and accidentally slap the wall. If the arm is coming out and hitting that wall, right, because it's coming to the outside, our shoulder joint doesn't have enough mobility to hold it in place and keep it there, right? So another big no-no is that we don't want to open from our chest, right? We don't want to rotate from our trunk. We want to just keep everything facing towards the wall or facing forward as tight as we can. So open up from that shoulder to the side as you see, squeeze. See, I kind of compensate just a tiny bit. All right, so try to avoid having that compensation and just keep everything as much as facing forward as you possibly can. All right, so that's the controlled articular rotation, and we'll move on to another exercise. Finally, if you're having some strength problems, I would recommend for straight arm strength just practicing any kind of handstand variation. All right, just pushing strongly through those shoulders. Now you'll see that you can go into both depression and retraction, right? Boom, just pressing straight from that shoulder, nothing else, right? So practice that, develop some strength in that straight arm. All right, roll out of it whenever you need to, hold it there for a couple seconds, and you should be well on your way to developing a strong Touch Down Raiz.
Those were my drills for Weighted Wednesday for the Touch Down Raiz, trying to build some strength and resiliency in the shoulder girdle, making sure that nothing's popping out and doing anything crazy whenever we're landing on it, anything like that. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you have any other specific tricks that you would like me to go over, that you want me to analyze, break down, what would be good exercises for them, please let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, stomp.tricking, to Stomp Tricking here on YouTube, and on Instagram at stomp.tricking. Again, anything else, please let me know. Would love to go over anything or any other exercises. If you have any other exercises, please let me know about them. I'd love to talk about them. David Rodriguez, Stomp Tricking, Touch Down Raiz, strengthening those shoulders. Hope you have a good week. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.